Hey, what up? I know what you're thinking. This outfit does not match at all, and you know what? You're right. Anyway, how's it going? It's me, Buppy Parkour, here with more Dawn Trail Rolequests. Hopefully the last time we're here with that. Fuck. No. There. No, it didn't work. Am I on the right one? Oh. There we go. Now it's blocked. Okay. Anyway. I don't think we'll see any people talking anyway. I'm not gonna really do any stuffs. Let's get started. Which one should it be? Red mage or this one looks good. This one looks red. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't want to hurt myself. In my mind, playing red mage at level 100 sounds like pain. Anyway, let's go. We're back at it once again. I don't know why I could have just started out here. I don't know why I didn't start out here, but sure. Ready to continue the role quests. We got 3 more. The caster ones, the tank ones, and the healer ones, and that's the order we're gonna do them in. The power forgotten. Okay, there's a shield on there. It makes me think that that's what you want. It's not. I'm obviously a summoner, so unless I could accept the other ones. No, there's a... the symbol is all the same. That one's your tank. Okay, let's go. I forgot to read it. Hello? Did Bukavu send you to help recover our stolen treasure? Yeah. Thank the heavens. And judging by your accoutrements, you've learned the arcane arts, yes? If so, we've in need of your power and wisdom. I've got the ability to summon a Bahamut, another Bahamut, a chicken nugget, a winged bird, and all with the power of pressing one button. I think I can do this. Truth be told, it is the wisdom that we require most. Oh, well, we're fucked. I'm a summoner main. I'm not main. I'm playing summoner right now, though. So, I can put, like, the circle peg in a square hole. I think I can do that. See, even though the treasure has been guarded by our people for generations, we know little of its true nature. In ages past, the forests of our homeland were plagued with terrible beasts, a constant source of fear and danger. To combat this menace, our mages spend many moons researching the treasure, known as the Perch of the Apex. Legends. Well, it was a bit of too long of a name, so we just call it Perch of the Apex. Upon unlocking its secrets, they were able to drive monsters from the woods, bringing peace at last. With the Dreadhawk eradicated, our forebears forbade any further use of the treasure, and enshrined it within the village. Nice. As the years passed, we slowly forgot what it was to live in fear. Yet as our struggles faded into memory, stories surrounding the Perch of the Apex became legend, then myth. Now, none living are certain of its true power. Yet the peace was shattered by a member of the Passage of the Unbound. The villain wheedled his way into our trust, then stole upon my husband, the treasure's appointed guardian, catching him unaware with a terrible blow that left him unconscious. Well, at least he's not dead. He is yet to awaken, so my daughter Tepeke has set forth to retrieve what was stolen. Unlike her father, she has no skill in the arcane arts, and chose the path of the sword. That's why you need me. That's why I've been seeking someone with the knowledge she lacks. Should the ancient power be unleashed, but please, if you can find it in your heart to help Tepeke, I would be forever grateful. Consider it done. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now, our only clue to the thief's whereabouts is from something he mentioned during his stay in our village. He spoke of his desire to bring change to a place called Ratzarhan. Oh, that place. That is where Tebeke decided to begin her search. So she boarded a ferry bound there by way of Limsa Lamensa and trusted sword and shield close at hand. That's how you'll know her. Ooh, a paladin cat girl. Cute. She agreed to stay in Ratzatan to gather information until aid arrived. I know nothing of the place, but it's likely she can be found in a marketplace of some such. Please bring our treasure and my daughter safely home. Got it. Gonna help out a paladin cat girl over in Ratzatan. Cost so much money though. Okay, fine. Do it for you, Suhei. Suhei Yoshida. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, she must be here. Turali swordswoman. Hello, ma'am. Until you start this cutscene with machinations. Is that the River's Breath weapons? I think this is just this entire role quest is to show off these weapons. Ah, you looking for me? What's over for? I'm here to help. I'm the magician you need. Oh, nice pinkish, purplish eyes. Joanna? And you said my mother sent you? I think she's already explained the details, such as how we know next to nothing of the treasure and its capabilities. We have only legends passed down to our forebears to go on. They speak of Turab Vidral, of an owl that once terrorized the forests, whose soul is sealed within the perch of the apex. The tales have only become more vague as the mists of time obscure its treasure's origin. Even our village's eldest remembers not but an ominous warning uttered by those who once wielded its magics. The master of the apex shall be showered with good fortune, yet leave only sorrow in their wake. It's clear that despite owing their safety to the apex powers, our forebears viewed it as something to be feared, and it must surely be immense. Now onto the matter of the thief. Even during our brief acquaintance, he made plain his desire to bring change to Ratzatan. Naturally, I've started my search here, and have been seeking anyone who's expressed dissatisfaction with the status quo. Fair enough, I soon heard stories of a recent arrival, a self-styled savior of Ratzatan, who proclaims that he will lead the city to greatness, and calls himself a justiciar. What? Oh my god, just like in Baldur's Gate 3! Okay, and he's apparently taken to the burden of personally exterminating the beasts which infest Stavenir's wilds. He made a great show of claiming he alone is equal to the task. While he certainly draws a crowd with his boasting, they only watch with morbid curiosity as he sets off into the jungles alone. I realize this could have nothing to do with our problem, but even the smallest lead must be pursued. I've heard he often gives speeches at the region's smaller settlements, so shall we go and see this justiciar for ourselves? Justiciar. However you say it. It's decided. I hear in Gedlamad would be a good place to start. Hopefully there we can find our next crumb of a clue. Alright. A justiciar. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they use that a lot in Baldur's Gate 3. Girl, where are you? Oh, there she is. A human boy. I thought that said human boy. I was like, huh? You're looking for a justiciar too? One of the soldiers just went after him. We're in luck. The boy saw the very man we seek. It seems he gave the same grand speech about saving people, claiming that danger lurked nearby, before venturing forth to combat it alone. Yet the Radiant host could not, well, stand idle if there truly were beasts afoot. So, one of them followed him. All we need to do is pick up their trail. He ran towards the shroud, but you might be able to spot him from Kajaya's footsteps. You can see the whole forest from there. Thanks. You've been very helpful. So, let's head there and see what we can see. Thank you, child. Now let's go. Oh. Hang on a second. As it's auto flies. Oh, dive, dive, dive! Sorry, I was checking something on the stream. Oh, Black Mage is here. That must mean they're here for the caster quest too. Now then, let's begin our search. Since I've never actually seen the Justiciar, I suggest we find a Radiant Host soldier first. They do all wear similar armor after all. Search your surroundings for the Radiant. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target the soldier, and inspect them with R2. Oh, is it? Okay, great. Awesome. Maybe that's why they're here. Oh man, I love this minigame. He was lying, chat. He does not like this minigame. What is... Oh, that guy. Look at him. That monkey. Oh, quick zoom. Oh, that's way better. Jesus. What? Is that him? That must be him. What happened? We better get there. Let's get down there. Tripping over my words. Buddy? You dead? Not to worry, Joanna. He's unconscious, but otherwise appears unharmed. That's good. So far, it's a bloodless revolution. Oh no, wait. I spoke too soon. Look at this mushroom creature. Dead. Gone too soon. What happened? Don't know. You okay? We heard you came in pursuit of the Justiciar. Do you remember anything? Yes. I eventually found him. He was confronting that fiend and now lies dead. Flashback. Here we go. At last, the Justiciar graces Rotsodon. I shall bring unending peace to this beleaguered land. I mean, the place is already pretty much at peace. I don't know what you're gonna really do. You're brave to follow in my path. Few indeed possess the mettle to even consider the terrors which threaten our home, let alone stand against them. Yet courageous though you may be, you are far too weak to fell a beast so mighty. Quit this place with your life, while you are yet able. Oh my god, what's he gonna do? What? I'm the Radiant Host. If I ran for such a meager prey, I would become a laughingstock. How bold! To look death in the eye without flinching. It's a mushroom, dude. I doubt not your conviction to defend Rotsodon, yet I believe it pales before mine. It's a mushroom, my dude. Oh, Apex Legends, bestow upon me your loot boxes! You need to charge it or something? Do you not hear my call? I require your powers more than ever! Is something supposed to happen? What the? Why will this thing turn on? What the fucking stupid? Why? Am I yet unworthy? Or perhaps there's a button I must press. You better press that thing now. That guy's going after you. This is not what I expected. Stand aside. I'll dispose of this pest. Just give me a moment. It cannot end like this. I won't be made a fool. Come on, you moldy tricked rook. Transform me into the hero of Rotterdam. Oh, there it goes. What is happening? Oh, it threw a rock at him too. Okay, just threw rocks at people. He brandished that idol and became wreathed in mysterious light. Then boulders started falling from the sky. Down they came one after the other. That's why I must have been struck unconscious. By a boulder. I recall only faintly, but I think I heard the man mumbling, quite excitedly, as if he had come upon a sudden revelation. Or as if he was overtaken by madness. Overtaken by madness, huh? Seems he got away unscathed. Either that or an incredible stroke of luck. Whatever he was beseeching to actually answered. And it's as I suspected. The Justiciar is the selfsame thief who stole the perch of the Apex. Right. But no doubt he's long departed from here. First, I'll escort this fellow back to Yedlimat and keep a close eye on him. Head wounds can have dreadful after effects. Yeah, concussions and all that. Alright, I'm back. What is the volume, by the way? It's at 90? Okay, good. The soldier made his way to Rotterdam to make a formal report. And what an odd report it will be. His account seemed to align with the legends of the treasure's powers. The wielder escaped unharmed and brought ruin to those around him. Could those falling rocks have been a freak accident? I'm not so sure. You won't believe it! He came back! What? Who came back? Who are you talking about, kid? Who came back? The Justiciar? Yes, not long after you left. He said he beat up a monster that knocked out a Radiant, and he was laughing his head off. Did he really do that? Is he stronger than the Radiants? Not really. Whatever he did, the monster was slain, I suppose. Why can't I just say, no, he may have just attacked a Radiant? Well, my mate can't stop talking about him. He wants to be just like this, the Justiciar. His mom and dad weren't happy about that, though. I'd advise you and your friend to look for a different role model, but thank you for telling us what happened. Do you know where he is? Exactly. Didn't want to ask? Okay, never mind, I guess. Well, there is one less fiend skulking about, I suppose. That was a mushroom. He may have been simply testing the treasure's capabilities. And as far as we know, he's yet to use its power to evil ends. I find his motivations a mystery. To steal the perch of the Apex by force, only to come here to dive near and use it for good? It makes no sense. You've heard tell of this passage of the Unbound, yes? May have ventured to Tuliolo claiming to be their victims, yet here they would be saviors. If he had such noble goals, then why did he stoop to such devious deception? What could he be plotting? I don't know, and justify the means or whatever. That's what he thinks anyway. That's neither here nor there. He stole from my people, and that misdeed cannot be forgiven. The Purge of the Apex helped us win peace. By its might, our forebears built the foundation of the lives we now lead. Until recently, it stood silent, a symbol of our pride as a people. It reminded us that we carved out a home within that inhospitable wilderness. We entrust with its protection is a great honor. I was so proud of my father when the elders chose him. So proud to be his daughter. Yet since the day it was stolen, some of the other villagers made their disdain towards him only too clear. I couldn't bear it. That's why I must get it back. To restore my village's pride and my father's reputation. There's still so much we don't know about the Justiciar, but we have to assume he's learned to wield the Apex's power. I can't say whether those falling rocks have anything to do with it, but I won't discount it outright. I'll continue looking into his whereabouts. While we still have so many questions, with both of us working together, we'll find answers soon enough. Understood. I forgot that I could have taken it as a different caster. Now I cannot. It's too late for me. The brand of justice. Joanna, I'm afraid there have been some developments that are less than encouraging. Use of the Justiciar's actions have spread throughout the city, and with each retelling his deeds become more valorous. The younger citizens in particular seem to view him as something of an idol. Despite the creatures he hunts posing no real danger, he would paint them as mighty beasts in need of felling. Of course, the raiding hosts are far too busy to trouble themselves calling every pastor casted a sideways glance at the city's gates. Yet the Justiciar has twisted circumstances to his advantage. He proclaims to anyone who will listen that the raiding hosts shrink with terror before these beasts, and that he's the only one who can eradicate them. Though you might expect such claims to be dismissed as wild ramblings, it seems no few people have fallen for his ploy. The whispers of his exploits among the youth have practically grown into a clamor. Yet we mustn't be discouraged, for his increasing fame only makes it easier for us to sniff out his trail. And where better to start than Ratan? I'll see you there, Joanna. Got it. So this dude killed like a mushroom creature, and immediately everyone's like, he's a god! Which is pretty funny. It's an air break coming up. Let me drink some water. Alright, typical. Given how large the city is, let's split up to cover more ground. I already have a destination in mind, the High Crucible. Here the alchemists can concoct all manner of tinctures and powders, including those which help detecting traces of energies left behind the magics and enchanted tools. Fallen rocks have invariably marked locations where the Justiciar has performed one of his feats, and I believe the alchemical mixture can help us determine if their presence is the work of the treasure. I'm hardly an expert in such concoctions now, so I'll seek advice at the High Crucible. While I'm doing that, I would ask you to go to the Hall of the Radiant Host to see if they have any new information on the Justiciar's whereabouts. Does that plan sound agreeable to you? Sure. Great. Now that we both have our tasks, let's get them. Let's get to them. I'll meet you back here once the business is done. Go this way. Or near the Hall of Radiant Host. That's a good idea. Crazy. I wonder if they have any leads. Isn't this the place where I got the role quest for Endwalker? Yes, it is. Do you know where he is? I'm tired of hearing about this Justicia. Its popularity among the city's younglings is becoming quite a cause for concern. Try as we want to refute its claims that the Radiant hosts are allowing monstrous beasts to run amok unchecked. You know how young minds are impressionable and difficult to change one's set. We initially disregarded him as a boastful eccentric, but his alarming sway over the populace can no longer be ignored. We are at the present considering whether to open a formal investigation into his activities. You and this ally of yours has done well in your search thus far. You even have a working theory about the falling stones. Quite impressive. Several of our number have encountered him during their patrols, only to lose sight of him under a hail of rocks. Such incidents have become all too frequent, and many in our ranks demand we act. For now, I'm afraid this is all the help I can offer. Please share what I've told you with your companion, and together we may yet unmask the Justiciar. Right. See you later, buddy. Activate right plaza. Yo, girl, what up? It's heartening to know that the Radiant hosts are taking this seriously. Thank you for speaking to Munyawana. I have good tidings as well. I explained the situation to the alchemists, and they provided a powder that should help detect traces of magic in the surrounding environment. I say help because the powder reacts only faintly on its own. To function properly, it requires the skills of one practiced in the arcane arts. Luckily, I have you. I've committed the location of all sightings of the Justiciar to memory, and the closest to us was at the Perfumed Rise. Let's hope this powder works as intended. Perfumed Rise. It's still too far. Let's wait closer. I was gonna see if I could get out of Matsahan, but I'll spend a 200 gil. It's fine. Actually, though, if I got to an Aetheryte, got into Yedlaman, then teleported, or got into the Daphne location and then teleported, that would have helped out a lot better. It's fine. Splitting hairs. The Justiciar was sighted near here, and I didn't see any other conspicuous stones around, so I've sprinkled the powder over this one. Now, concentrate your focus or inner eye, or whatever it is, the locus of your power, and see if you can detect any unnatural forces. You want to, like, cast a spell or something? Alright. Chicken Nugget, help me. I transformed this rock into like a chocobo or something. That should be a summon. Chocobos. Actually, no. I'll probably save stuff like that for Beastmaster. Summon the power of the chocobo! King Moogle Mog, though. Now that's something. That would be a summon. You wanna? What'd you see? So, were you able to detect anything? I knew you could do it. So because there are no crystals in the rock, the energy you detected must be from remnants of some kind of spell. Is that right? Yeah, good job. And taking the story of the Radiant we rescued previously into account, we can conclude that the Justiciar uses the treasure to call those stones down from the sky. So the rocks are fake. At least we now have an inkling of its true nature. Even so, not every question has been answered. The Radiant told us that even the Justiciar stood before the creature. He seemed to have trouble calling forth the Apex's power at first. My father once said that the perch of the Apex is much like the wand he used to weave his magics. Of course, the main difference between them is the unique nature of the essence stored within the treasure. I know little of such arcane instruments, but you must be quite familiar with them. How do you use yours? Channel Aether into it. Perform incantations. I rely on sheer willpower. Yeah, sheer willpower. Look at summon my chicken nugget out of the sheer willpower that I have. I see. If determination and intent are what's required, I dare say the Justiciar has his share, if little less. Even with all his fervent yelling, it took a while for the rocks to appear from the sky. I suppose the perch of the Apex possesses some kind of unique method of activation. When I spoke to the representatives of the other tribes about their treasures, no one mentioned special techniques being required. Not that the relics should have much in common to begin with. But why are all of them being stolen and gathered together? You too. Did you see an Ori girl pass through here by herself? No. I'm afraid not. What happened? Wait, I recognize you both. Like you are the final days, and our recent visitor from Tural. Apologies for the imposition, but may I beg your assistance? It's all that Justiciar's fault. The girl said she was off to join that fool's crusade and ran out of Yedlamad before anyone could stop her. What crusade? He's just herding some random animals. In fact, that's pretty villainous. My mother begged us to find her, but if he's following the Justiciar, she could be anywhere. You see, he's been sighted at locations scattered all over Davnir. We can't stand here looking at rocks while a girl is in danger, especially if the Justiciar is involved. We have to help. That'd be much appreciated. We're searching places where the Justiciar has been spotted before, so perhaps you could start where he hasn't been seen. Good idea. As far as I know, he has been sighted at the northern shores. Come on, Joanna. Who the north? That's for the RE girl. I'm having such trouble navigating the menus right now. But today I was running errands, buying some stuff for the kitchen. I bought a little blender. I went to get like some food. I noticed on my app, I was like, oh, there's a free reward I can get from Taco Bell. I was like, alright, might as well get that while I'm heading home. And I opened up the package, and then it was like, look at my stuff that I brought, and it's like, where the fuck is it? Apparently, I just took it, and then I just forgot it. So I don't know where it is, and really, it's pretty quite tragic. Someone maybe found it and was like, oh, well, I guess we have a free Taco Bell order. The good news is I didn't spend money on it, but the bad news is it was a free reward, and it's like, now it's gone. I was checking all my bags, like, come on, there's gotta be something. I just didn't find it. I heard fighting, so I came as fast as I could. It's a good thing you're right in time to save the girl. Yeah. Go, do you have my Taco Bell order? Thank you, miss. Thank you. I'm glad you're safe, but your mother must be worried sick. You shouldn't wander off like that, especially not to look for a trickster like the Justiciar. What? You mean he's a bad man? Yes, exactly. He stole an important treasure from my village, and now he's using it to make himself look brave. But he needs to kill the monsters, to protect us. That's no excuse for stealing. He might have fooled you younglings, but the Radiant Host knows what he's up to. But he said he'd save us from the monsters. He's our hero. The Radiant said we shouldn't be scared, But we all know the Justiciar is the one who keeps us safe. We don't need the Radiance anymore. That's one way to say it, yeah. No hero can save the world alone. Trust me, I got a bunch of friends that help me. Whether it's the Scions or the 7 other people I summoned via my magical rock. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say bad things about the Radiants. Yeah, they're pretty cool. For cops. Nah, in here they're alright. Over here anyway, in Fantasyland. They protected everyone in the final days. I guess I forgot how much they care about us. I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that. After all you've been through. You said that Justiciar is a thief and a trickster, but I hope it's not true. He's my hero. Get better heroes! I just drove sand in her face. Well, I better escort her back to Yetlaman. I'll meet you there later, Joanna. Wait, what about the sand? Ah, damn it. Fine, you're off the hook for now, kid. Whoop. Watch the fucking bait spawns here to be funny. I think I need a couple more of those. I'm glad in Dawn Trail it's like, nah, you just need to fight twice and you got it. It's like, cool, thanks. Not like 5 times or whatever. Bunch of assholes. The girl and her mother are reunited, and I think we can both give ourselves a pat on the back. They're on their way now to inform the Radiant host that all is well. I would like to apologize for before. I let my emotions get the better of me, and harangued that poor girl when she was hardly to blame for anything. I really should have been scolding myself. Yeah, that was all your fault. I feel bad about what you've done. Joanna, there's something I neglected to tell you before. The man who now calls himself the Justiciar came to us in the guise of a worldly merchant. He was eager to ask about the perch of the Apex and its history, and I was equally eager to tell him, not even considering what he might do with that information. Ooh, you fucked up. I'm so proud of my father for being appointed as its guardian. I suppose I was trying to impress this stranger of our sheer vanity. That vanity led to my father being attacked and the treasure being stolen from under our noses. I have no choice but to make amends for my mistake and bring it back. Yet some are convinced that the Justiciar acts only to save the greater good. I couldn't accept that he might not be as rotten as I thought, and I lashed out at the wrong person. From now on, I can't let my emotions cloud my judgment. I must remain calm and look at the facts for what they are. And the facts say that the Justiciar has done no harm to the people of Davnir. Even so, the organization he serves, the Passage of the Unbound, is evil to its very core. If the actions at my village are not villainy, then I don't know what is. The situation is fraught with contradictions. I still don't know what to think. What about you, Joanna? He has attacked people! The rock fell on his head! Anyway, there's still too many unanswered questions. It's like, he may not have attacked everybody. Like, what are you talking about? I agree. He speaks of justice and heroism with great bluster, yet there's still something we're missing. Thank you, Joanna, for your wise words. Sometimes I find it difficult to keep my heart from skewing my perspective, so I'm grateful that you're here to help me see clearly. So it seems our objective is unchanged. We track down the man who stole my people's sacred treasure, whatever his intentions may be. Unraveling them comes secondary to finding the man himself. I'll continue to pour my every effort into the search, so stop by from time to time, and I may have something new to share with you. $94. Yeah, I keep forgetting how long these are. Joanna, I hope you've been well. Since last we spoke, the Justiciar has been busy felling fiends across all Davnir, leaving a trail of witnesses behind in his wake. More than a few have reported seeing stones falling from the sky, which all but confirms our theory that the treasure is causing the phenomenon. The stories share one more peculiar commonality. It seems the pests he hunts have all been Seed King variety, while he avoids beasts of flesh and blood is yet a mystery. It bears mentioning that each of these eyewitness accounts came from people who were rescued by the Justiciar, who invariably appears just as these creatures attack. In fact, the Justiciar has been there to save the day in every single instance of the Seed King related mischief. Awfully suspicious if you ask me, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. Some among the Radiant Host have suggested that the Justiciar is planning these assaults somehow, so he alone can reap the glory from thwarting them. I agree, and think this should be our next avenue of investigation. Pretty much. I kind of guessed that. Immediately! Many of these incidents occurred near the Giant Skull grounds, so we should start our search there. If we can find one of these monstrous plants before it happens, and it finds hapless prey, we may be able to shed some light on the Justiciar's methods. Time is of the essence, so let's leave at once. I wouldn't get... Listen, what I'm guessing is that he just does it by accident. He's like, I'm gonna attack this random fiend, and then he hits whoever's in the way by accident. He's not really doing that on purpose. I'm gonna go teleport here, actually. It's a lot faster. Oh, this way. Who knows? I'll see, I keep forgetting how long these are, because I thought I could do it in a couple hours, but no, I don't think I'll be able to do all of them. Maybe I'll save the healer for last. I could do 2 of them. I gotta eat as well. I want to take a break while eating. I want to stream longer, but... Oh, I maybe only do 1 of them. Depends on a couple factors. Any moving bushes? Slithering vines. Not here. In any case, Joanna. I'll search the western path. Why don't you search the east? Sure. If you see something, don't strike to kill. Weaken it and capture it with this rope. We'll learn much more from a live specimen. Got it. Live hunting. It's a little marble. Get it. I summoned chicken nugget. Oh. Use sturdy rope. I like how they're like, alright, we're gonna force you to use the item because you dumb. And yes, I am dumb. Immediately they said, you should capture it. So I got it. And then I immediately killed it. Or attempted to kill it. There's a fate going on here. I would help, but this does nothing for me level-wise. Well, if I had Pictomancer. I don't know how to play Pictomancer. I haven't even set up the HUD. Those are my motifs, right? Okay. That transformed my spells, and then I can do this. Starry Sky. I want my spells to be transformed, as always. Oh no, it's Starry Sky motif. Hammer!
Why can't I do a spell? What's the guy? There. There, I did it. I wonder if it'll give me. I think it'll give me experience for. No, it probably gives me for experience for the job I'm on, right? I actually have no fucking clue. Huh. How long does it last? 31 seconds. So we'll wait a couple seconds, and then I'll finish up. But yeah, I may end up only doing one of the quests. I didn't realize how pressed for time I was, and just things sort of got ahead of me. Yeah, that's a decent chunk. That was like a 10th of an experience bar? Sure. That's what we'll call it. Anyway, Tepeke, let's go. I see plenty of fauna roaming about, but the flora all seems to be rooted to the ground variety. Perhaps my hunch was incorrect. You found one! In fact, this is exactly as an eyewitness described. Name Little Morble. Do you want to name it together? Why don't you keep it for the time being? Bring it to the great work, and I'll ask my acquaintance there to examine it with all haste. I wonder, do I have to be a caster for this? I know to accept a quest, but... Would be funny if I could just accept it as any job. Well, it wouldn't matter. It'd have to be 94. And I don't have any job at 94. I have ninja. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess I can see if ninja looks like the fucking thing. Let's see. Kindly alchemist, hello. Mistress Tepeke told me what to expect. Well then, let's see the thing. Look at the little marble seedling. Oh, I didn't expect to be so diminutive. If Mistress Tepeke's intuition is correct, then I expect some interesting discoveries are in store. So, what'd you find out? You brought me quite a fascinating specimen. Indeed, I can say for certain that this creature's growth isn't natural in the slightest. Biologically, it's still being but a sapling. As you can tell by its size, yet it is the result of a specific alchemical mixture which is used to spur the growth of seeds and mycelium to an unnatural degree. The agents have a side effect of making the creatures more aggressive, which explains why such a small specimen would be so boldly attack beings larger than itself. The solution requires ingredients most rare, and the cost of procuring enough to synthesize it would be beyond the means of most. So, whoever is behind this, they are likely well healed. As for the creatures themselves, if they're all grown artificially, perhaps that explains why most of the incidents involved small seedkin. Rather than wait for them to mature naturally, the Justiciar must have accelerated their growth so that he could deploy huge numbers over a short span of time. In fact, his plan likely requires they be small, weak foes in order to guarantee his victory. After all, the Great Justiciar can hardly be expected to bear the blemish of defeat. True. With these new details brought to light, it's almost certain that he's staging these attacks on the common folk. Now we have a new perspective to guide our search. Perhaps you should return to Yetlaman. I hear that Justiciar is the talk of the village. Yet they doubtless have stories to share. Splendid idea. Thank you for your findings. Thank you. Your findings have brought us a step closer to unmasking that villain. Let's hurry to Yedlamad. The more accounts we have of the Justiciar, the better our chances are of predicting his next move. Little gerbil. Just another fate. No more fate. Awesome. And get the man. I'm dumb. Hollow dungeon. I didn't know the entry was here. Or at least I guess I forgot. Hello, Alert Radiant. Rest assured, the Radiant host are well aware of the Justiciar. Every day we receive more reports of him combating beasts in the surrounding wilderness. These encounters are never on well-traveled roads. It seems they occur in remote regions that we scarcely patrol, along routes that are used by a small number of merchants and porters. We have concluded that the Justiciar either has uncommon knowledge of the behavioral patterns of these creatures, or that he keeps close company with a merchant who travels those obscure paths. I did not mean to summon the minion, but sure. Gale Kitten ahoy. Oh, you're hungry to learn more about the Justiciar? He's amazing. I was lucky enough to catch a glimpse of him on the road leading here, facing down a fearsome creature. I don't know how he did it, but he called down rocks from the sky and knocked that thing flat. Raiding hosts were away on patrol, so if he hadn't come to our rescue, that brute would have marched right into our homes. He shouted that he was the savior of Ratatan and even waved at me. Oh, he looked so impressive with the sun shining behind him. Right. Let me sit up for a bit. All right. Da 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 da. Hello, watchful man. Huh? Don't tell me you've come chasing that half-baked savior. The younglings must be taken by his honeyed words, but anyone with experience can see that he's nothing but a charlatan. And I have a story to prove it. A merchant I know took a humble tumble as he was transporting his goods. Not long after it comes the Justiciar, looking chivalrous as you please in his shining armor. But did he offer a helping hand? No. He ran off, with nary a glance backwards. He may go on about slaying beasts, but a real hero would never ignore someone in need, even if they were just suffering from scraped knees and a bruised ego. Fair. Does this work on ninja? Hang on. No, it must be a caster. So it could be my red mage or my summoner. I would be, yeah, I was about to say, like, it'd be very funny if I could just, I need to start the quest as any caster and then just change it to be anything else. Listen, ninjas cast. Do you have a moment? I'm having a little trouble here. I sought this merchant out because I was told that he dealt with the alchemists in the great work. I thought he might know something about the Justiciar. But when I asked, he's been like this ever since. Apologies. I was just surprised that you would ask me about that madman. What connection could he possibly have with me? This is him, isn't it? The fiends he fights are grown with rare chemical materials, and we think he may be staging these encounters. Since you deal
in such wares, I wondered if you might know how he came in their possession.
I do not know what you're talking about. I mean, I've never spoken to that man.
Yeah, you didn't go around drinking. I very much doubt that. Perhaps he'll be more receptive to questioning from you, Joanna. Okay.
Spit it out! You're working with him! Where are the drugs going?
Sorry, my inner Batman came over me.
You dare accuse me? Why, how am I to know that you aren't the one in league with Vidazan?
Virazan, you said. Who is that, may I ask?
Huh? What? Did I? No. That's my name. I hope to continue to I'd be a fool to continue to show out any longer. My son, Vidazan, is the one you know as the Justiciar. To be suddenly confronted with his litany of misdeeds, I quite lost my composure. Shocked.
You're his father? Do you know how he came into possession of such rare materials and knowledge?
He stole them from me. My most valuable materials and my precious maps. Yet I was the one who chose to hide that fact, and I bear the blame of all the consequences.
What? Can you tell us about him as a person?
Virazan is obsessed with tales of legendary heroes, even from a young age. I paid a great deal of money to have him tutored in the art of the bow. He became quite skilled at it, in fact, but not quite as skilled as his arrogance led him to believe. Due to this, and perhaps a lack of ambition, he never aspired to true greatness. Instead, he came to rely upon fanciful equipment and exotic potions rather than honing what skill he had. Ah, I see. He just bought craft a year and he just parses gray or whatever. So tragic. It pained me to see him fall to such dissoluteness. But he wouldn't brook no counsel. So several years ago, I gave him enough coin to support his lavish lifestyle, and told him never to speak to me with me again. He didn't, until but recently, when he darkened my doorstep once more.
And that was when he stole your goods.
Although I willingly gave him, although I would have willingly given them if he had but asked. He was rambling almost incoherently, saying his heroic deeds as Justiciar had caught the eye of someone named Apyahi, leader of the Passage of the Unbound, whoever they are. He claimed that under the guidance of newfound allies, he had obtained a great power enough to eclipse all heroes who have come before and shall come after, as he put it. It seems he gives what money he still has to these people. To think that for all his fanciful words, he has only deigned to grasp at hollow glory, all at the expense of Rosatan. There is no greater shame as a father.
Sorry to hear that, man. Given what we know of his shadowy group, they most likely aim to sow discontent through Virazan's deeds. He may be so blinded by his own desire for adoration that he can't see whose hands are pulling his strings.
You're saying that he's being used. If that's true, then I can no longer remain silent. Despite what shame it may bring, I see now that sharing my story might be the only way to save my son.
Indeed, I suggest you tell the Radiant Host at once. Of course, we'll be pouring our every effort into stopping him.
Thank you for giving me direction. I didn't imagine our meeting would end this way.
Truth be told, I'm not entirely unsympathetic towards Virazan. I basked in my father's reflected glory, while having none of my own to speak of. The glory Virazan seeks is similarly false. I too shall visit the Radiant House and have them spread word of the Justiciar's true nature. If the people who rise to his trickery, they will be far more likely to aid us. He'll soon learn that a legend built on lies is no match for true heroism. Alrighty. Greedy Joanna. Virazan's father has been as good
as his word, and confess the truth of his son's actions to whomever will listen. Even among the younglings, far fewer sing the Justicier's praises. The tide is turning in our favor at last, and the Radiant hosts are making ready to tighten the net. Speaking of which, they had curious news to share. They've been examining the stones left behind by the Justiciar and noticed a pattern. They were all varieties of rock commonly found near the site of each encounter. For instance, near the giant skull grounds, the Justiciar seems to have called down a hail of what else but giant skull. I have my own theories about what that means, but I'd like to hear your thoughts, Joanna.
It seems to say that the artifact doesn't create rocks from nothing. So you need to give something in return.
Indeed, the perch of the apex likely lifts whatever stones are nearby and brings them crashing down to the earth. If our suspicions are correct, we're one step closer to unraveling its mysteries. But despite these favorable developments, the Justiciar's popularity remains a problem. Even with the recent blow to his credibility, his most ardent followers still idolize him. In fact, I hear he's handing letters to the youth of Ratatan though their contents are closely guarded secret, all the more reason to investigate, don't you think? What the fuck is he sending them? Once we get to Ratatan, if I question people around the marketplace, could you cover the city's western quarter? That's where his younger followers tend to gather. After we've collected enough information, let's meet to share our findings. See you again in Ratatan, Joanna.
I don't know why we couldn't meet there, but okay. I guess we always have to meet where they last were put, the NPCs. But a lot of my, I would have streamed earlier, but a lot of my errands took way longer than I thought. And, yeah, to the point where I skipped breakfast. I had to eat lunch. I guess I kind of ate brunch. It was kind of early still.
The Justiciar gave me an invitation himself, only for some thief to snatch it right out of my hand. Huh? You believe the Justiciar too? Well, I didn't have a chance to read the whole letter before it was stolen, but he's gathering his most devoted for a special audience. Bastard who stole my invitation is clearly up to no good. He even muttered something about getting revenge. But who could hate someone so noble?
He? What the hell's that? His dad?
Oh, you're the one who's always following that Tepeke around. I hear she's spreading rumors about the city's savior. I won't let her harm his reputation any more than she already has. So I have nothing to say to her lapdog.
I literally saved her country. But okay. Dodos. Hey, what did the letter say?
Yeah, I know about the letters. Me and my friends didn't get one, though. The grown-ups get angry if we talk about the Justiciar. But guess what? I heard Zashel talking about him over Maride's Mahani. He had a big grin on his face, too. Does that mean the Justiciar isn't a bad man like the grown-ups say? The most useful clue points to the merchant Zashel having some connection with Virazan. And he was last seen in Maride's Mahani.
But someone stole them? Is that his dad, like, trying to get back at him? I don't know why he would do that. He should probably let it. Give it to us. The letters. That would be nice. Hey man, what up? It's true what they say. A fool and his gill are soon parted. Why are you laughing? Oh? Huh? Well, why if it isn't one of the heroes of the final days? This isn't about that map I sold to your companion, is it? Oh, you're that guy! I totally forgot. You. Loser. You'll find it points the way to the vaults of Azadal III, exactly as described. I went there already. I may have employed a few creative methods to entice my customers, but what merchant doesn't?
I see you're as unscrupulous as ever. Now, a man can't fill his belly on virtue and honesty any road. Something tells me that's not why you're here.
Let's talk about the goddamn letters.
You're after the Justiciar. New choice of quarry is unusual, to say the least. Perhaps it can help you along, eh? A young man came asking for a map to open the way to Uznir. I'd sold him every map I had, assuring him that the one he needed was among them. I suppose he found it, as I hear these letters that were handed out contain a copy of a map. Dare say that young fellow was the Justiciar himself, and he's planning a clandestine meeting in the Uznir canals. Mind you, it appears he has no shortage of enemies. No doubt they'll try to interfere.
Where is it?
Thankfully, Rotterdam isn't known for its large-scale criminal organizations, but that hasn't kept the less scrupulous citizens from dirtying their hands when times are desperate. From what I hear, bandits seeking to rob trade caravans keep running into the Justiciar doing his fiend-felling exploits, causing their raids to end in failure. Like as not, they'll try to infiltrate his group of followers and settle the score.
Ah. So, he has enemies that are after him. Okay.
And that's where my knowledge of the matter ends. If you're wondering where the meeting place is, all I remember is that the spot marked on the copied maps is somewhere in the Shroud of Samga. So, does that answer your queries?
Alright, fine. That gives me all the answers I need. Thank you very much, sir. Now, stay out of trouble.
Stop bothering me now.
Well, I'll stop bothering you, alright?
Give me my book.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I started meowing. I'm losing my mind.
Those in support of Justiciar didn't seem surprised when I told them of his misdeeds, but still, they were reluctant to betray him. In short, I have had no luck. What about you, Joanna?
No, stuff.
Your investigative abilities never cease to amaze me. As for the gathering Virazan is planning, I expect it's some scheme to prop up his lagging popularity. Even so, many of his devotees are younglings, ill-equipped to make the perilous journey to the meeting place. If they've any sense, rather than attempt to travel there directly, they'll stop at settlements along the way to rest and confirm the route. You said the map led to the Shroud of Samga, yes? That means Palaka Stand is the closest settlement. Here many took refuge during the final days, and it's now a bustling town in its own right. The arrival of more people would hardly raise eyebrows, making it the perfect place to avoid unwanted attention while they make ready. We should head there before they leave on the final leg of their journey.
So we get to that place via Palaka Stand. Okay.
What the hell?
Maybe it's up there.
Someone's on the roof!
There. No.
What the? It's right on top.
What happened? Oh god, they've disappeared.
Oh, here you go, Tepeke. How's it going?
I was right, Joanna. Many of the youths are carrying pieces of parchment. Those must be the letters. Yet it seems my reputation has preceded me. Our suspected followers clearly avoid me whenever I try to approach them. Still, we can use this to our advantage. None of them would dare leave Palaka Stand, while there's risk I might follow after. I'll keep watch over their comings and goings, but we'll make sure to leave obvious blind spots. If one of the Justiciar's followers attempts to escape the village, I need you to go after them. Now find a vantage point that affords a good view while keeping you hidden. Once you've started pursuing your unwitting target, I won't be far behind.
Got it. You're so smart, girl.
Time to be a secret agent woman once again. person's looking like,
Huh? Huh?
does she see me? Or does he see me? Nah, I can't. I'm unseeable. Invisible via the naked eye. Follow the young man from a safe distance. Oh my god! Kill me! Anyway. Here he goes. Woo! As long as I move away from his line of sight, it should be fine. Oh, there he goes. I'm afraid of attacking the gorilla. Oh! So close, I thought he was there already. He said, I made it! I almost thought the gorilla would attack me. That would have been very bad. Aha! Here.
Portal should be nearby. Then I'll finally meet him.
Hey, yo, what up, fuckers? What? You're the hero who saved us in the final days. What are you doing here?
You know, just hanging around, trying to meet this new justiciary. He seems kind of cool. My friend.
So you're working alongside that woman I saw at the village. I've heard the rumors she's spreading, but I have no idea she enlisted your aid. The justiciary saved me, you see. I was transporting goods for a local merchant who was too miserly to even hire a proper escort. A ferocious creature ambushed me, but my savior appeared from nowhere and saw off the beast. I owe him with my life. That's why I came here, to see if there's any truth to the rumors. But now I understand I'm in over my head. I'm going back home. Here, you can have the map. I trust you to take the measure of the justiciar and to share the truth with us all.
Hello, Snow Monkey. Yes.
I'll do that in a bit. After this cutscene. I can drink water though.
Apologies for watching from the shadows, but I was afraid my presence might have startled the lad. I was able to hear what he said, though, and his gratitude towards the justiciar seemed genuine. I dare say the other followers feel similarly. Well, now that we have a map of our own, let's open the portal and confront Virazan.
We will confront him.
Let's see what's going on in here.
There's elephants here. What happened? Just a bunch of rocks started falling everywhere. Dude, what did you do?
What a sight. Did the treasure cost us?
Hey man, what up? Power Ranger ass. Oh my! If it isn't the hero who saved Rotsatan! Nay, the world itself! I never expected someone so vaunted to attend my audience, but I am honored nonetheless. Okay. Give back the treasure then.
Enough of your games, Virazon. Stop this madness at once.
After giving you such a warm welcome, these are the thanks I get? Well, 'tis true that I was once known by that name. 'Twas merely a guise I wore until I discovered my true self. What do those ranger poses right now? So long as I am the masked hero of Rotsatan, I shall not suffer any to call me Vidazon.
But that is your name, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't go about warrior Lytle everywhere I go. Why don't you try to drop the act and try being a true hero? It'll be fun. A true hero, you say? Indeed. Perhaps casting aside this mask is the price I must pay for the adoration I am due. Oh, he's gonna take it off? He didn't need to, but okay. He's got such a baby face. Very well. My name shall ring throughout Rotsatan. Let it be known that the Justiciar is Virazon, and Virazon is the Justiciar.
What are you talking about? You unleashed Perch of the Apex upon your own followers.
You know its name. Wait. I remember you. The girl from Shaktural, yes? Your village's artifact is not discriminating in its wrath. Some among my followers harbored wicked intentions, and it brought sorrow unto my enemies. The true heart caught in the aftermath were merely unfortunate.
But they believed in you, even though you tricked them. What kind of hero are you?
I'm gonna get out my book and beat you to death with it. You two would oppose me. Thus, as fellow saviors, we might find some common ground. Yet it would seem we are destined to walk different paths. Uh-oh. Now faced with unknown peril, a great fervor rages within me. The ability to throw rocks. Okay. However, here is not where we shall match wits. No, a more fitting battleground is in order. We will meet again. Soon! You have my word. Bye.
Ah, shut up!
Ow! My head! You actually got him? That's so funny. Oh, he's gone. Probably went through the hole over there. The door. So, what did we learn? Don't try to follow a crazy person and assume that he's a hero. That's cult-like.
So, can you tell us what happened here? He gathered us around here and made a grand speech. Claimed he was the hero that would drive back the flood of fiends threatening Davnir. Then he spoke of his anger at the recent rumors. He told us to go forth and repair his damaged reputation so that the people would love him again. He became quite impassioned, in fact. Making a lot of poses, dancing around. It was a little ridiculous.
As for us two, we were to teach him a lesson, biding our time until his back was turned. But we couldn't stomach his self-righteous drivel any longer. I hear the bandits. He acts like he's God come to the grey stab near, but most people have grown wise to his tricks, including the Radiant Host. We stepped forward to told them as much. They then demanded that he admit he's been pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. That's when he started waving that thing around. We soon learned that the rumors of its power were true. The rocks started falling down around us.
Even us true believers were not spared. There was nowhere to run. The Justiciar said such power cannot be feted, and that sacrifices are unavoidable. And all the while he was laughing. And we pleaded with him for mercy, but that just made him angrier. And he flourished the object again, and yet more rocks assailed us. It was horrible. Stones big and small, raining down endlessly until you two appeared, that is.
Yeah, guy seems like a jerk.
Thank you for telling us what happened. I only wish we could have arrived sooner. Now, to set things straight, it was you two that brandished your weapons first, yes?
Well, I won't deny that, but we were only trying to bring the truth of his misdeeds to light. Though we might have had some personal scores to settle on top of that, but, you know, we just,
Before I left Palakistan, I asked the Radiant Host there to look out for anyone returning from the wilderness. I suggest you head there and seek their aid. While you're there, share with them what you told us. And as for the pair of you, don't even think about running away or you'll have us to deal with.
oh man, we're going to jail. Fuck. Well, at least we solved this issue. I'm pretty sure he's not going to have any followers anymore. It would have been interesting, though, the story to be like, oh no, it turns out he is a cool guy, but, you know, he did steal an artifact, and that artifact belongs to her, and it's very important to her people. But it's like, no, I will take it. I will become a hero with this artifact. And he just starts to help people out. But this story is just ridiculous. It's like going everywhere. Like, oh, you know, he's just pretending to be a hero, summoning creatures to help him, I guess.
Everyone has returned to the care of the Radiant Host. As for the ruffians who meant to attack Verizon, it seems they had a history of violence for which they may soon answer. Several among Verizon's followers were dealt serious wounds, but we can be grateful that none lost their lives. It's exactly as the old saying describes. The master of the Apex shall be showered with good fortune. You leave only sorrow in their wake. The part about sorrow certainly seems true, at least. But we can but hope that Verizon's spell over these people will be broken at last when the word has transpired here becomes common knowledge. Let that buoy our spirits as we return to Yedlamad.
Why always Yedlamad? A lot of our questioning goes to Ratzan, or whatever. It's already been 90 minutes, and I've only barely finished one of them. So yeah, I don't know why I kept thinking that these are shorter. I could do them each in an hour.
Well, that was certainly an ordeal. Although Verizon got away, we can look back upon what transpired to plan our next course of action. It appears that the treasure takes rocks from the surrounding environment and makes them rain down upon the wielder's surroundings. However, the power seems to be somewhat haphazard, and while Verizon himself wasn't struck, the boulders assailed friend and foe alike. Something else has been nagging at me as well. The stones we saw in the canal seemed quite a bit larger than the others. I don't know what to make of it, but it will give some thought. We still don't know what exactly controls the Apex's abilities either. We must focus on these mysteries as we continue our investigation. As for Verizon himself, he was just as his father said, wasn't he? His so-called heroism is an empty charade, like a child playing at being a hero from their storybooks. He seems motivated by the vain desire to gain the love of the people, and he cares nothing for their well-being. He'll learn his lesson soon enough, though. None will sing his praises after word of what happened in Uznair spreads. Even he must know this. I worry that his desperation will drive him to worse misdeeds. If the treasure is used with reckless abandon, it could cause untold harm. I must discuss this with the Radiant Host. Together we might be able to capture Verizon before he attempts anything drastic.
Stand by for now, Joanna. I'll be in touch the moment I have something to share.
Alright. Don't know how we're gonna do this. I know I have to take a break because I actually have to eat. Sadly. I'm also gonna stretch. Thank you, Still Monkey. I'll be right back. I know we also won't be able to finish all the role quests this stream. How we do that when I'll finish this one first, and then we'll see where we go from there. Because I cannot. I have something to do around 8 o'clock, and I can't. But then when I'm done with that, I guess I could try. If I have enough time after, I could try to stream again to later today. It depends. It all depends on things. In fact,
Food happened. My fat cat. And we're ready to go once again. Tepeke, what we got?
It seems Verizon has been laying low since our last encounter. I'm sad to say, however, that my investigations have uncovered little. But there's cause to celebrate, for I received a letter from my mother with good tidings. My father has finally awakened from a grievous wound dealt to him by Verizon. He's wanted to travel to Tuliyola. In fact, he may have already arrived.
That's crazy.
Of course, I'd love nothing more to go to him, but I pledged to not return until I had the perch of the Apex in hand. Besides, I'm soon to depart with the Radiant Host to try and sniff out Verizon's whereabouts before he acts out of desperation. That's why I asked that you go in my stead. As the treasure's guardian, no one living is more knowledgeable about its history than he. If you share with him all that's transpired since we began our search, he may be able to point something that we missed. I know it's a lot to ask, Joanna, but the safety of Daphne depends on it. And please, give my father my regards. My mother should be able to tell you where in Tuliyola my father is staying. Once you've finished, let us meet at the Aetherai Plaza in Razanhan to share what we've learned.
Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Take a return. Alright. Now, if your village was Shaktaral, you didn't need to go all the way to Tuliyola. You could have just been in Shaktaral instead, but okay. I don't know how long of a trip that is. It doesn't seem like that long of a trip. The bridge is quite long, though, so. Yeah, it should be here. Woo! Hello, Suhi. Where's your husband?
Oh, if it isn't Joanna. But I don't see Tepeki with you. Did you come alone?
Yeah, she's still busy over there. Don't worry. She's not dead or anything.
I'm glad to hear my letter arrived safely, and that Tepeki seems to be as tenacious as ever in her search. Her father, Netsi, has already arrived here in Tuliyola, but has barely stayed in one place since. He seems desperate to help Tepeki from a distance in whatever way he can. He told me he was traveling to Pyarionan Plain in search of information he assured me was quite vital. If you wish to speak with him, he'll doubtless be in the area.
Also, we did go there. Alright. Let's head on out. Do 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 do. Wrong area. Whoopsies. Oh, we should go here then. That's funny. Fuck it. Wait. No, that's Yaktel. That's so much money. Shit. I'm going here. Fuck it. I was thinking like, this is the wrong place I'm going to. There's a Y in it, so I thought Yasolani for some reason, but then I was like, Yasolani's not even in this area. I guess Y and X were very interchangeable to me. Anyway, in the plane down there. Oh, cool. I'm just coming here. I used to come here all the time.
But once I did the Snake Lord and all the fates here, it's like I don't need to come back here that much. Their fate, their side quests here to do though, I guess. What in the hell is that? Look at that owl. Yes. I don't know why I didn't summon this baby boy. How's it going? Don't worry. You good, sir?
Thank you, traveler. I overextended myself. But recently just recovered from a severe injury and was a fool to confront such a beast alone.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for you, buddy.
Oh, so you're the one I've heard much about. I owe you many thanks for all you've done to recover the Bridge of the Apex.
Sorry, sneezed. Anyway.
News of our progress in Dabnir is most heartening. Despite my position as its guardian, I never knew it could rain down stones from the heavens. Since arriving in Tuliolol, I've done what I can to shed light upon the Tural withdrawal sealed within the treasure. After the nations of Tural were unified, some left our village to build new homes in the city. I've sought them out to see if they know anything of use. Unfortunately, none could offer insight to the treasure's magics, but one of them told me that the owls lurked around this place. Since Tural withdrawal is sealed within the perch of the apex was once an owl, it seemed logical to pursue such a quarry. I thought perhaps I could glean something about the ancient beast from their behavior. Like as not, some fundamental aspects remain the same even after transformation. But having heard your account, there is one fundamental difference that stands out. As far as I'm aware, no owl native to these lands possesses the ability to hurl rocks, large or otherwise. No doubt the Tural withdrawal gained this power following its metamorphosis. I do believe, however, that it would retain an owl's core instincts. That one you fought didn't strike unprovoked. Instead, it watched me from afar with fear in its eyes. While this is normal behavior for most animals, I was surprised by how suddenly it descended upon me the moment I started approaching.
Sensed danger and attacked preemptively.
I had the same thought. The owl sensed a threat and chose to confront it, rather than run from it. And this same impulse may have driven the Tural withdrawal. Indeed, that correlates with something I heard one of my countrymen who have relocated to Tuliolol. He spoke of a continuation to the tales passed down from the elders. No hunter's arrow could fell the apex. It was struck down in a storm of its own wrath, made wild by a heart of fright. Thus was it sealed away at last. Now, judging from the owl's behavior, I can theorize that the treasure is activated when its bearer senses danger, and according to the story, this power can easily get out of hand if its bearer is panicked. Of course, this theory must be tested first. Verizon will certainly use the perch of the apex again. When he does, I ask that you and Tempeke pay special attention to the circumstances leading to its activation. You have my thanks. Low though I am to admit, I have yet to recover from a long convalescence, and that would only be a burden to you. I wish I could aid my daughter another way, but you more than make up for my absence. Please lend her every bit of knowledge you have, Joanna. I pray that my daughter will soon return home with treasure in hand. I'll give it my best shot, why not?
So the owl attacks randomly. That's what I gathered from all that. I feel like the issue with a lot of these role quests is that it kind of takes a while to get to sort of conclusions that you could kind of surmise in a very short amount of time. It's kind of meandering, and then it kind of feels boring to do, because yeah, there's not really anything of characterization. I don't really know Tempeke that much, other than she's like, I need to prove myself to my dad, but it's like, This is actually similar to the melee role class, but I kind of like that more because she was considered a failure to everybody, even though the solution was I needed glasses. But there was more character to that, even if the melee one was like, we're gonna repeat the same thing over and over again. Every time you get up close to that dude, he's just gonna like fly away as an eagle and leave, which was annoying. I kind of laughed at how dumb it was after a while, though. Joanna, you came just in time. Verizon has shown his face in Razatan. You can tell me about your journey to Tuliala later. For now, come with me. Well, this one is just mostly kind of boring. I was interested in the man who pretends to be a Power Ranger hero, but Sentai guy. But he's not hasn't done anything crazy, except for right now. He's decided to just show up here right now. What is he doing? Are you surprised? Thanks to the sage counsel of a fellow hero, I have decided to doff my mask. Although my face may be unfamiliar, I believe you know who I am. I was once the Justiciar, but now you may call me Virizon. I am Thavna's protector, its savior, its hero. You may have heard salacious rumors that I have orchestrated the very attacks which I so valiantly drive back, that I was behind the catastrophe at the Uznair canals. I'm here to assure you that those are false aspirations all, cast by people who are envious of their betters. I give my life for this fair city and its people, and I would give more still if I could. What should we do? I might best lock him up before he just gets out of hand. Wait, we don't want him raining down rocks with all these bystanders around. For now, keeping a careful eye on him. Fair. All I ask is for your respect, your adoration. A dream held by all, but realized only by few. And I would be the one of those few. I have proven myself worthy of being your savior. And now, with an entire city watching with bated breath, I shall declare my intent to reach even higher! Yes, for I can protect you all the better as your ruler. I shall retire this mantle of hero and take up the crown as the king of Razatan! Oh, good luck with that, buddy. Let's see how good your raining rocks ability goes up against fucking Vitra. Everyone's like, why? What? That bastard's gone mad! Our willpower unsaleable. Do you? With me on your throne, you would never again have cause to fear. All would live in peace. All would shower me with love. They would shout it to the heavens. And from that love would spring a new Razatan. A greater Razatan! Enough of your lies, Verizon. The power you wield protects none but yourself. To everyone else, it only brings ruin. These are just rocks! I could dodge them. I could probably break them. Of course, the road to greatness is ever paved with necessary sacrifices. Yet so long as your ruler lives, Razatan shall know naught but prosperity. We literally have a dragon. They literally have a dragon that could kick your ass. He's the first brood. Hell, I think even his sister could kick your ass. She's pretty fast. Think you're better than Master Vitra? He bore this city and its people on his back. Why, you look fit to collapse under the weight of your own armor. You know, leader, you're a damn joke. Boo! Does this man speak for you all? Is there not one among you who would follow me into a brighter future? But I am nothing of not magnanimous. Until you find the wisdom to accept me as a ruler, I shall continue to stand vigilant as your eternal shield. Stop this, Verizon. You're only making it worse for yourself. Oh, it's Dad. Can't you see you've become a laughingstock? Give up this facade and answer for your sins. Do so now, and the Radiant Host may grant you mercy. My sins? Are you not the one poisoning the people against me? Do your worst. I dare you! It will only make me more powerful! I know not what is in your heart, but please end this madness. End it and return to me, my son. Your dad just wants you to stop being an idiot. Oh no, he's activating it. Fuck.
Don't get any closer!
You too? Why are you... Here comes rocks. Whoa! Okay, that would have killed him. Are you sure it's not like an eagle just picking up the rocks? I mean, an owl? I mean, I know he said it wasn't, but... Oh! Don't! If we fight here, there's no telling how many innocents will be wounded! Just tell them to leave. I think. I mean, how many roofs do we have? I think the roof will hold up, hopefully. Pathetic. As ever. I tire of this farce. I have declared my intent to become king of Ratzathan. As for you two, this is no place for a battle between heroes. We shall meet again. Mark my words, and then we shall decide who is the mightier. Don't attack. He can throw rocks at people. We have to let him go. You can't risk a confrontation in this city. Let's go fight him in some other place. At least he's not threatening the city with the rocks.
You're right, of course. As much as I hate to see Virazon walk free, we've yet to ascertain the extent of his power. For now, we must bide our time. I noticed that despite all his proclaimed love for his people, he didn't even look back at them as he retreated. Perhaps he couldn't bear to look them in the eyes. Or one of them, at least.
They nearly killed him. It's probably sad. Or he feels guilty that his dad is putting his dad through this. Okay. Sir, how you doing? That was a disaster. Virazon is truly lost. At the very least, he's committed himself to fomenting unrest within Ratzathan. Although he's my son, I cannot condone his actions. His words are grand but empty. The ridiculous armor is nothing more than gaudy decoration. He's truly the embodiment of false heroism. What's more, this latest debacle has surely made him a criminal. In the eyes of the Radiant Host, all I can do now is beg for them to grant my son some small degree of clemency.
Before you go, may I ask something? After Virazon called down the rocks, did you see his expression? I thought it peculiar, but I'm curious as to what his father saw in that face.
Aye, it was a familiar look. When I used to scold him for losing himself in make-believe, he would get that same cast in his eyes. A look of petulant rage, as if he resented me for putting him out of his reverie and into harsh reality. He hasn't changed. Apologies, but I must go. Right. Yeah, it does seem like he's maybe a bit too much into Fantasyland.
Just as I thought, even clad in his shining armor, he can't bear to be told no. And now his childish games have taken a malevolent turn. But for now, we must return to Yethlamat. You still have yet to hear what you learned in Tuliolol, after all.
We could just talk here. Why do we keep going to Yethlamat? Maybe she has a room over there. It's fine.
Now that we have some room to breathe, I'd like to hear about your journey into Rawl.
Did my father have anything to share? I'm hard to know he's well enough to go chasing after owls and such, though I wish he'd take more care. Thank you for saving him, and for bringing me his theory concerning the treasure. If it really is triggered by a sense of impending danger, that might explain why Virazan had trouble using it the first time. He wasn't truly afraid of that small fungi until it was almost upon him. It also explains why he can wield the Apex's power despite having no training in magics. It responds to emotion, not intent.
What's with the sad music? It's very depressing music.
So much is falling into place. He goaded the Radiance into apprehending him because he knew the threat would be answered. You saw how nonchalantly he quit the plaza, almost as if defying someone to stop him. Virazan truly believes himself to be untouchable. I think his words and deeds align with the theory well enough. As for that curious fragment of a story, it seemed to imply that the Toral Vidral lost control in a panic. Perhaps its strength grows in proportion to the danger it senses. And when that danger is too great, well, you saw what happened at the Uznir canals and Ratzathan. You were present both times, as were others who wished Virazan ill. And both times we saw stones much larger than we've seen before. Now I understand why he's so eager to face you. An opponent of your caliber will strike fear into Virazan's very core. And that fear will summon power greater than any he's ever known. Power enough to bring a hero to her knees. Or so he thinks. But we know better. We use that arrogance to our advantage and bring him crashing down to the earth. Although we may have to contend with falling rocks for a time, in a straight fight, he'll be outmatched. So we strike fast and we strike hard, until that fancy armor is nothing more than mangled steel. Although you may prefer to put your foes to sleep and whatnot, we know he has an arsenal of alchemical concoctions at his disposal. That's why I suggest a bit of good old-fashioned brute force.
Wait, did you just say I prefer to put my foes to sleep? No! One, I've never used a sleep spell.
While you unleash your most fearsome destructive spells, I'll be your shield. Don't even think about holding back.
But I like how they were just like, listen, we need to make sure that people don't be like, well, you're a caster. Won't you use the spell sleep? And I'm like, no one has ever asked that question before. No one has ever asked that. Only FF14 assumes that maybe you would think, maybe I can use sleep spell.
I look forward to fighting by your side. Now we simply have to find a suitable arena. I should consult the Radiant host to the location. Once that's decided, we'll confront Virazan for the final time.
Hooray!
Heroes and pretenders.
You'll be pleased to know the Radiant hosts were most helpful in finding a place fit for a duel. When I saw it, I began to believe our encounter would be one for the songs.
Have you thought of a place with, no sky for the rocks to not fall? Although I guess the rocks would just fall from the stuff above us, so.
Speaking of which, it seems your name is on the lips of all and sundry. The people already consider you the true savior of Ratzathan and believe he will bring Virazan to the deceitful to justice. We apologize for putting so much weight on your shoulders, but something tells me you're used to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The final showdown shall take place in the mountain pass leading to Khadga, where great crystals will stand as witness to its conclusion. Suitably romantic, but suitably isolated.
Romantic?
The Radiant host have spread word throughout Davner that a hero has arisen to challenge Virazan, and his pride will force him to answer. The entrance to the pass is at Giant Skull Grounds. Let's head there at once and await his arrival.
Yeah, it's like my neighbors are making noise. So I'm gonna finish this up and then sadly we're gonna have to save the other two for later because yeah. It's a big just teleport here. We could also just teleport to Ratzathan, go to the adjoining area gate and then go there. But it's too late, I've already teleported here, it's fine. Yeah, let's do our best. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm doing this as a red mage. It's like, no, I'm not doing this as a red mage. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? This is the Neo, right? Wait, do I have the red mage set? Oh, because I need to take photos of my gear. So yeah, either we'll continue this later today and the night, or we continue this in the morning tomorrow. So it's still my day off. Alright, let's get headed on started. Samul here has opened the way towards Khadga. I'm certain Verizon will arrive before long and then we'll wipe that arrogant grin off his face. But first, we should check your gear and gird your loins for battle. Are you ready, Joanna? Hang on. Are my loins ready? My loins are ready and girded. Whatever that means. Girl's crazy. She's talking about my loins. He wants me. And who doesn't? I'm the warrior of light. She does have very cute eyes. There he is. Hey, what up? Through the carged peaks of Khadga, desolate winds blow over the field of battle. Oh, what a fitting location you have chosen for the conclusion of this legendary rivalry! Yeah, I remember this place. I fought a evil Dankrid here. A fire Dankrid. I was right to face you before. An environ unsuited to a struggle between titans. Now my patience has been rewarded, and my heart races in anticipation. I knew you would answer our challenge. You would never be able to stomach the people calling you craven. Aha! Such boldness in the face of impending doom. Have you not realized by now that so long as I wield the perch of the apex, I am invincible? We'll soon put that to the test. You rely too much on upon your stolen power. It deludes you. You claim to be a savior to the people, but they have seen through your lies. Even your own father can scarcely bear to look at you. You're nothing but a small, small man hiding within a hollow facade of a hero. God damn, she's fucking roasting them. And today we tear that facade down. Will you now? You may have the metal, but have you the puissance to claim the mantle of hero? My mantle? It's not working. Verizon, the deceiver. I think when we start attacking him, it will work. Time for words is past. Follow my lead. Okay. The game knows that all these characters are very Power Rangers-esque villains. But with the goofy music. But I'm not sure that's a good direction to take every villain in this entire storyline. So what do we do? Do we attack him? I think if we start attacking him, he'll just do a thing. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Get him. It's awakening, alright. I'm not sure which one people usually use. I've always assumed Garuda would be the one since she has her ability for damage over time, but no one ever does use it. I've heard Titan is the one, but I always know that I think Ifrit is last or not first. I don't know. It takes too long to cast spells. I should really look up a rotation, but I don't really play Summoner that much. Oh, hello. I got you, buddy. Do 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 do. Ouch. Yep, they're gone. I was about to say, like, at the 2-minute mark, it would probably have to be... Oh, what happened to his armor? Yeah! What? My armor! My armor! I've never seen it shine so. Oh. This isn't good. Exit flares. Just stay there. Just stay there. No, leave me alone.
Did they come back?
Get him. Give me the thing. All right, let's go. What do you got? Good job. Oh, I time to attack it. I was hoping that thing would transform into an owl. It's out cold. Now let's take back the treasure. Wait. This can't happen. A hero never falls. I must retreat. Yes, a tactical retreat. A noble retreat. So that the Justiciar may live to save another day. There he goes. His dad's gonna come in and... Oh, wait. Is it the owl? Huh? Wow, that was... brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Girl, what the fuck happened? The hell was this? She's like, I suppose the Apex wasn't finished yet? Oh. And it seems that Virazon, in his cowardly haste, neglected to look skyward. Was it an unfortunate accident? I have no fucking clue. I don't know what that thing does. Except your rocks. Or fate delivering its justice to Earth. Bye, sir. Get your dad to bail you out of jail. You know you did. He probably won't serve that much time, it's fine. He claimed to be Ratzatan's savior, yet he sowed only discontent among its people. Perhaps some days a sunless gull will give him time to reflect upon the error of his ways. I guess. Although I'm not, he didn't really do that much bad. He did steal something from you. And now I finally recovered the perch of the Apex. Thank you for coming this far with me, Joanna. This is where we complete the quest, but I sadly have to go right now. I'm so sorry. We'll complete the quest along with the other stuff later. My bad. It will probably be in the next part.